Welcome back to a new Waterwave TV interview. As you can tell by the title and thumbnail, we got YP Engineering in the building today. We're going to learn about when he started making music and how he got to get to where he is today. But first, you know the drill. We got to run the...
And while you at it peeping this shit, go ahead to youtube.com/Waterwave TV and subscribe to that shit. Yeah, you know the waves in it. Baseball when hitting a home run, hit it with the coldest rains. And even on my bad days, I'm a clutch to finish. The track diminished, the booth burnt, hands is itching.
And we're back with a new interview. YP Engineering in the building. How you feeling today?
What's up, gang? Shit, I'm doing good, bro.
I ain't talked to you in a little while, or at least in person.
On me.
How you been?
I've been good. Shit, I just been trying to just maintain, man, get through a lot of the shit I've been going through, street shit, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you all good or what's going on?
Shit, I've been good, man. Shit, right now I just been focused on really just dropping new material. Shit, you know, the city kind of only really know me just for like engineering, so I feel like I think it's time I just get back into the artistry field. You know what I'm saying?
Like dropping your own music and stuff too.
Yeah, dropping my own shit.
Yeah,
I think it's time. I got a lot of shit to say.
Shit, yeah, we're gonna have to get into that, but I feel like we should go through it a little bit in chronological order, right?
For sure.
Well, how long have you been like engineering music, making music? Like when did that passion arise?
I've been doing music since I was like. It's about like 14.
Okay.
For real.
Facts. How old are you now?
Shit, 31.
31. So you've been doing it for a while. When you were 14, were you engineering music or were you just like freestyling, rapping? Like
I was really just like engineering for like that's crazy because like I was really just engineering for like my community, like where I live at, like the projects I grew up at Cathedral Hill. So I had like a lot of people there that was like rapping like I don't know if you know familiar with Stilo, Juice God. Yeah, so so that's one of my cousins. That's who I grew up with. He was like 9-10 years old recording and shit, just like rapping and shit. I kind of like started practicing with like my peoples and shit in the neighborhood, you feel me? Then shit, I started doing my own music. And then when I started learning how to mix, that's when I kind of like taking the industry, or not the industry, taking the engineering a little bit more serious. You know what I'm saying? So
when did you that studio that you remember when I first met you? Yeah. Remember I pulled up, I was a Calvino, my homie Angel. Yeah. And we pulled up to work with ZR and make that See Me Win track. Yeah. What do you call that studio space?
Shit. I feel like that was the start. I'm gonna call that shit. That's what everything kind of like what everything started at for like on like the like me being YP engineering, like I say. Like, I've been popping, I guess I can say, but really like where I took off at. On me, 502 Pride, I ain't gonna lie, I'll never forget. That's like a legendary studio.
That was like our first like introduction, because that was like right when we first started Waterwave, like literally like the first month of Waterwave. And we contacted, I think either in ZR's DMs or maybe in your DMs or something about doing the feature with Calvino back in the day. And we pulled up on y'all and we did it, and it was in that studio. And I was just like, damn, this shit's lit, because it's like it's nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy, but like this is where y'all making your hits out of. I'm like, this.
The world never knew though. Everybody thought that everybody used to think that I used to record like in $1 million studios just because of like how my shit used to sound. You know what I'm saying? So like when people hear my shit, they be like, damn, what you recording on Pro Tools HD? You know what I'm saying? This back in 2008. You know what I'm saying? I was recording on Pro Tools 8. You know what I'm saying? Some bullshit, some regular shit, but I happened to make that shit happen, you know what I'm saying? So when I started learning how to really take care of that shit the right way, shit, I started making nigga shit sound good, like ZR and lilmo. For real, like. Man.
You were because you were like their main engineer, because I feel like
I was their only engineer,
or at least in most of their songs you hear the YP engineering tag.
Look, this is an interview, so I'm gonna go crazy. So it's like for real, I was behind all this shit, like. From the engineering to the writing, to the production, I was doing all of that shit for Lil Mo and ZR. Like I'm talking about the marketing, paying for all the background shit, paying for promotion, all that shit. I was the one that was like doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like getting the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? I seen talent in them. Like I think that was like young as hell, 16, 17, just rapping about their life. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit I can condone to, because I'm from the streets too. So I done lost homies, I done lost, you feel me, family members, all that shit. So I was really feeling they movement. They was gravitating to the shit that I was already kind of going through. So when they was going viral with that shit, I'm like, damn, a lot of people didn't think they was gonna even take off.
Yeah.
I seen the growth from 0 views. Like they got some. Like this shit gonna go viral. First of all, he's Somalian.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? Everybody already saying like, yeah, bro, sound like somebody in a little dirt. You know what I'm saying? And he took off with that shit and started going crazy.
Yeah, they got like some of the most viewed music videos out of Minnesota, at least besides the ones that are like obviously signed to like big major labels.
Yeah, and shit. Like outside, yeah,
off the strength, off the underground. You know, even on like, you know, if you go on like the Minnesota Cold TV page, like these are one of the top 2 or 3 videos on there, and it's like they really had. I don't think their time has passed, but they had like that motion for like the past like 4 years where they're like they're getting 10-20,000 views a day on their videos, and you just see the growth. Because like we even have a shout out music video for ZR on our page, and that's still one of our like most viewed videos every week or every month, and it's been out for like 2 years.
Right,
like it's crazy, and he hasn't even dropped a song in like a year or 2 or maybe even longer. I don't even know how long it's been.
It's been a long.
It's been a while, and it's like his videos are still retaining that those viewership,
that threshold.
Yeah. When you, I guess since we're on the topic, when you're working with them back in the day, what did you like kind of feel it from the first few studio sessions that they could blow, or was it just like, damn, once people started hearing it and the perception you're getting, you just put the foot on the gas pedal? Like,
no, I ain't even gonna lie. Like kind of like, I don't know if you remember the last interview I had with Shake, when Shake was saying like if you in the studio with YP, like he don't really tell everybody like that shit heat, that shit hot. You know what I'm saying? If I say that, it's like I be believing that shit from the beginning. Like not when it gets 100,000 views. I ain't that type of nigga. I know potential like right off the back. So like when we was in the studio working, like them first 2-3 songs, I'm like, I think we got some. And that's when I told my mans. At first I just started being an engineer. They was paying me for studio time and shit. But then I'm like, you know what? I see something bigger than this, you know? I stopped, you know what I'm saying? Like, I stopped charging them for studio time. I started putting the money into them, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Just because I seen the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? For both of us, really.
Yeah. When Life of the Party and even like Fendi Fanatic and all their other big hits were like popping during that time period, were you getting approached with a lot of like basically a lot of business opportunities? Or I know the features were rolling in like crazy. I'm already knowing that was something, because like every artist takes advantage of that shit. I'm already knowing features are rolling in like crazy. But I mean, even like on the extent of like labels or bigger management companies reaching out, like and since you were kind of almost in that like bigger brother spot for them, like did you get any of that attention coming your way?
So we got one situation that had came basically with forgot the dude's name, Rosenberg, dude from Def Jam. At the time he was coming to Minnesota and shit to grab a gang of other artists and shit. He had ended up coming to get Nimic. You know what I'm saying? So I was hearing like, yo, you need to pitch y'all shit to bro, because you know what I'm saying, they got the outlet right now. Like I had a lot of opportunities, like even within the city, like people tried to come and sign us and shit. Like for real though. Like I ain't even lying, like real live sign motherfuckers and shit, like off that shit, because they seen what was going on. They seen the wave. You feel me? Like it wasn't like 1 video, 2 videos, 3 videos. No, it was like 10. Like he was, you know what I'm saying?
Hidden. Like, yeah, I'm honestly like kind of surprised that there wasn't like a big, like a super big label to just swoop in and, you know, like scoop them up like a lot of artists are nowadays, just kind of getting scooped up. Like if you look at like the underground, like Autumns and Summers and all like the hyper pop type of like crowd, if you're familiar with that at all, but they're like all like, you know, they get 200, 300, 400K on their music videos, and like they're honestly doing a fraction of what they were doing, and it's just interesting. And I don't know if that's just an issue with like being in Minnesota and like there's not enough eyes on us out here, but I know the ZR and Lil Mo fans were stretching around the world. Really.
No, hell yeah, bro's getting booked everywhere. Like I'm talking about, bro had at least 7 days out the week he was gone, at least 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Like people was paying for features like every day. You know what I'm saying? So like I seen like, bro, it's Lil Mo and them they had a whole different wave, bro. I ain't gonna lie, they like out of the Minnesota culture rap, I feel like out of anybody, they was the ones that was supposed to really get a deal. And
I honestly believe so.
Like they worked for that shit. Like we was in the studio countless hours, bro. Like you know what I mean, working on albums. Like I was buying beats, I was making beats, I was buying beats from other local producers. You feel me? Like I was like really trying to like take bro to the next level, so that way when I got the positions that I could be in, I can come back to the city and I can start signing niggas for real. You know what I'm saying? Getting niggas them distribution deals and shit like that. But it's like, I feel like with Minnesota, it's like when they see something, they see that they gonna ride the wave, or when they see some shit that ain't them take off, they gonna be like, oh, that shit weak, or that shit, you feel me? And to me, that shit brings down negativity on the whole everything. You know what I'm saying? Not just the artist, just the state as whole. This motherfucker seeing that on the comments, they's bashing each other and shit like that. That shit lame to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. Are you, speaking of Minnesota, are you born and raised here? Or you from Minnesota?
I'm from St. Paul. On me, I'm from the trenches. I grew up like in the Selby area. On me, I'm a real St. Paul nigga. On me.
I didn't grow up in the Twin Cities, but I've been out here for like 5 years now, so I'm not too familiar with like all the neighborhoods and parks and like certain street names and stuff of St. Paul. But like, what was it like growing up for you then in that area?
Shit, it was like, it was fucked up shit. Like, I grew up, man, it's a lot of shit. So I grew up with my mom and my dad. Shit, you know, my mom was the one to work. You feel me? Every little modern day little black story. You feel me? Somebody in the family doing drugs. You feel me? All type of crazy shit, police raids, all that little, you know what I'm saying, stupid shit. But for the most part, shit, that shit was cool. Shit, as my young age, and I got older and shit, you know what I'm saying? I always did music, you know what I'm saying? I used to hoop too back in the day. I used to play for MLK, so I grew up at like little area and shit. Yeah, the trenches, shit. I can't really, you know what I'm saying? As I got older, like I said, as I got older, shit, I got shot 4 times.
Facts.
On me. I got shot 4 times in St. Paul.
Where at? Like in your body? Like
shit, I got shot on my ankle, on my left leg, my right leg, and in my ass.
Damn, you're still walking. You're still walking there. You're too vital.
But low key, it ain't funny though on me.
Yeah, no, that's
I couldn't walk for like shit. It happened in 2016.
Okay.
On me. I'm saying some shit that I can't really say too much. Though,
yeah. What did that like make you go harder like in the music game? Let's say, I'm sure
that
there was a time that you couldn't walk as much.
Fuck the music. That shit just made me think about life more. At that time, I just had a daughter.
Okay.
On me, she was probably like 6 months at the time, so I was just getting started. I was just, you know what I'm saying, like feeling myself at the time. But when that shit happened, that shit kind of took a toll on my life though. It kind of made me think about shit more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know motherfuckers that just got shot 1 time. And they ain't here today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They gave you a second chance.
On me. Made me get a second look at life.
Yeah.
And made me think about shit a little bit more. But I mean, I'm blessed to be here to even do this shit though.
Yeah. And you managed to basically just kind of stay away from trouble and stuff since then. Kind of stepped away from most of it.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
On me.
I feel that. What is speaking of like kind of like growing up and around that time getting music, did you have any big inspirations, like what kind of music you were listening to at the time, like people that you were idolizing maybe as a kid or stuff like that?
For me, it was really more like local people. I wasn't really into like the famous rappers and shit like that until like now type shit. But I really grew up listening to like my older cousin, my cousin Stacks. He was rapping and shit. I don't know if you ever heard of this barbershop called Clean Cuts.
Yeah, I think I have.
Yeah, but not the one on University. It used to be on Sylvia in St. August back in the day before it burnt down. But they had a studio in the basement. This is where it all started for me. I was about like 15. Bro, one day was like, come down to the studio. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just be up here just watching me cut. He said, you gonna be a barber or you gonna go down here and learn something, you know what I'm saying? Because out them doors, it ain't nothing but trouble, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna go downstairs in this basement, see what they talking about. They had a whole recording studio. I'm like, damn, this shit lit. So I seen AC the Chemist. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's a big St. Paul dude. He be producing right now for Bone Thugs and Harmony. He produced a lot of their music. He actually is the one that used to work at Studio 4 too. He was the production teacher. So I give it up to him too. So shout out AC. He the one that taught me how to do a lot of the music shit, like engineering and how to make a beat, how to set it up, and all that shit too. So yeah,
fire. So Damn, that's pretty fire. That's kind of like it gives me similar vibes to like kind of what we got going on here. We just put a studio in the basement of a store and just kind of like just kind of paint that culture and just have that vibe around. That's another thing too. I always tell a lot of people that I've like either given advice to. It's like just like people that maybe are getting in trouble but want to make music. It's like, bro, just stay in the studio. It's honestly like
that's how it is.
It's like how I was like as a kid. Like I never really got in trouble because I just stayed on and played video games all day. Like, you know what I mean? Like even if I'm not out here, you know, getting in real deal trouble, but even, you know, just fucking
like everything,
TPing or fucking breaking something you're not supposed to break, or just stealing, doing something you ain't do. Yeah, stealing, doing some stupid shit. But I mean, music can change life for a lot of people. It really can. You've recently you've taken on like a management role for Shakedown.
Yeah.
That's been what, like a year or two now?
Nah, bro. Like it literally been a year, January 15th.
Okay, so
it's just hit
about a year of working together.
I mean, like I said, I started really just doing more like the producing and the engineering for bro. But then I started seeing his work ethic. I started seeing him really like, this is what he want, like I want. I started putting in like more of my time and you know what I'm saying, effort and management and money time and shit, like money and shit, you know what I'm saying? So shit. Shit, right along with him. So you know what I'm saying? He invested into his own shit too. Yeah. Shout out Shake too, man, on me. Bro, I already know how we rock on gang. We got some shit. 2023, we finna drop some shit on God.
I'm already knowing. And if you guys aren't familiar with Shakedown or have heard his music, heard his name, but don't know too much about him, you can go check out the interview we did with him earlier in 2022. But I know with Shakedown, I know you've been able to collab with a few artists with having like some more high profile features with him as well. Yeah. Lil Osama and Lil Keed came through with like doing the Shakedown, right?
Yep. Lil Keed.
Were those only two? What I think obviously rest in peace to Lil Keed. And that would like dropped like right around, like you guys did that like really around the time he passed. It was like a month or two before, right? Because it was when he came out to Minnesota, right? You guys made the song.
It's crazy as hell. But look, so bro Keed had came to Minnesota for a show. I don't know who booked him. I don't really know too much about it. Long story short, the next morning, he had reached out to one of my partners from Atlanta and shit. He live up here. His son Jay Bands. Shout out Jay Bands too. Hawk, man, you feel me? So shout out Hawk too, cause he the one that had set all that shit up. Cool. Hawk had reached out to the management. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Bro had ended up coming to Shakedown crib and shit to record the record. You know what I'm saying? It was comfortable, bro. Slid through. And shit, we just created magic from there. Shit, I end up whipping up the beat. Me and my nigga Wizzle, we had produced the beat.
Like right then and there at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, shit. It's a whole shit. It's a whole what's name behind that shit though.
He was just like in the kitchen recording or something.
Right in the kitchen with it. Fuck it. You feel me? Like I said, you got YP engineer. I'm gonna make your shit sound like you recording in $1 million studio. You could be outside in your mama car, back seat. Feel me? Doors open, traffic coming and everything. I'm gonna take all that shit out. But I ain't gonna lie. Rest in peace, Key, man. That shit was legendary. He was showing mad love, bro, on me. He was showing mad love. He even was like, shit, I'll fly out to Cali and shit. On me, we ended up, I don't know if y'all know, we had went out to Coachella. Shake had got booked out there for Coachella, for Awful Lot of Coachella with Dusto Dub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro had got booked out there. And then that's when we ended up doing the video with Keed.
Okay.
We linked up with Keed out there and shit. Got an Airbnb, Peer Space and shit, whatever. Ended up shooting a video. That shit was another dope experience. Like I said, that was probably dope. I fuck with Keed, man. That nigga was he was genuine as hell.
He seemed like he was a nice guy.
He was humble as hell, bro.
Like he was just like he was fucking with everybody and whatnot.
Yeah, like, he was humble.
And he brought Casey out too, because they had the song together at the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Casey.
And he was
shout out,
with
bro.
Casey as well. Like,
me,
man. It's fucking It's sad. It's sad that he passed, because I really wanted to see because Lil Keed was already kind of showing love to the Minnesota scene and see kind of where the Minnesota pipeline of artists could grow out of that.
I think his DJ from there.
DJ's from Minnesota too.
So it's like I just restarted, bro. We finna work soon.
Yeah, so it was like it was almost like it was like destined to have like the Lil Keed or even like YSL be like a good pipeline for some Minnesota artists and whatnot. And you know, obviously rest in peace to him. Not that like the rest of the YSL couldn't, you know, be in the same ballpark to do those things, but he was already kind of showing the love with, you know, Shakedown, Casey, Side Reel. Those are, you know, 3, and everyone's doing their thing. But yeah, what about like the Lil Osama one? I remember Shakedown told me that he met him at a Target.
Yeah,
he seen him at Target, and then did you? And then he just went and recorded the feature real quick. Yeah. But what was that? How did that go?
Shit. So for that incident right there, I was at the crib, so I got a call like, yo, you know Lil Zay in town? Like, I ain't like anytime an artist is in Minnesota, a motherfucker call me like, you know, they like, you got to get up on it, like you got to engineer them. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like get your shit up. So they came. They was like, hey, you know, Lil Zay in town, bro. You should try to link with bro. Get Shake a verse. And everybody knows Shake. He don't give a fuck about paying for no features. Like, you feel me? We on the road to get ourselves popping. We ain't trying to be getting the next nigga no money. Not saying it like that, but we trying to get ourselves on. You feel me? So, everybody calling me and shit. I told Shake, like, bro, you should get the verse. Shake like, man, all right, shit. I'll fuck around and see. Long story short, I never was on the bus. Bro ended up doing the feature. The nigga Hobbs engineering. Shout out Hobbs too on me. He the one that be engineering like a lot of G Herbo on the music and shit. So bro had engineered the track, and then Fat Man had made the beat. Fat Man is the one who made that What Up by PGF Nook.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he had ended up making the beat. Shit, Shake ended up doing the song. Shit, did the feature. Ended up going on tour that same time, like that same day he took off. Shit ain't never been the same since that day.
They said, "Shit, this shit hard. Come on tour."
Simple as that. On me. That shit was like you know how motherfuckers be having like dreams come true. That was like a dream come true for bro. I ain't gonna lie, and even for myself, even though I wasn't even there, I was there for a little bit, but not for the whole tour. You know what I'm saying? That shit was a dope experience. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, that's super fun. Speaking of cool placements, I know you've produced for Icewear Vezo. What's some other like big artists that you've like worked with or produced for, or like even some songs that you were a part of that have kind of, you know, broken out or gone up? You know?
Man, we're gonna start from the beginning. So Icewear Vezo, I'm just gonna name him first off the top.
When was that, like timeline wise? Like
the last time I was with Vez.
Cause I know he spent a lot of time in Minnesota, like a while back in the day, right? Like he grew up a little here for a while.
Yeah, he actually is. He's from Minnesota. His nephew Rizzy, man, it's crazy, man. Rest in peace, Rizzy. His nephew, I used to do all of his music. That's how like this is where it all started with YP Engineer. Rizzy was in the studio one day. He was like, "Bro, you should make a tag, gang. Like all the famous producers and engineers got tags. You got to make one." I'm like, I'm in the studio one day by myself. I'm like, y'all got YP Engineer? I just say that shit one day. And he like, hell yeah, bro, do that. I'm like, I bet. So I started putting it on every song. The first song I put it on was Rizzy featuring Icewear. It was one of the songs he had did. I had engineered and shit. I did that, and then from there, I started doing shit for everybody. Icewear, Lil Keed, Louis Ray, Quando Rondo. I did the record Antisocial with him. Day Day. I don't know if y'all familiar with Day Day. He from Atlanta. He got that song called A. I can keep going down the line. A gang of different Detroit rappers, a gang of different Atlanta rappers. Shit, Filthy Rich. Man, I can go down the line, bro. I done did shit with everybody.
It's cool. It's good to see like an engineer being able to collab and work with this many bigger name artists, because you see like I feel like a lot of people are more focused on like what artists are working with artists, you know, and they don't like producers and engineers aren't necessarily trying to step out the box and be like, let me just try to like engineer a song for this guy or play some beats for him in the studio, even if he wants someone else to master it, whatever you guys got. But would you say that you were like I see you as one of the like OG like top like engineers in the city?
For sure.
Like I don't know of everybody's skill level obviously out there and how long everybody's been out here doing it. But ever since I've been in the picture, like you've been like a name that I've heard on like 30% of the songs people send me of their SoundCloud links or some shit.
For sure.
Like I play in this YP Engineer and tag. I'm like, like everybody got a YP Engineer and like
that's what I'm trying to have around the whole world.
Yeah,
though.
So like
I just in the city, I'm trying to have the whole world. You know what I'm saying? This a world thing. This ain't just no St. Paul, Minneapolis shit. Shout out Minneapolis too. I know a lot of motherfuckers be talking about Minneapolis and all that shit. All that we ain't beefing, none of that shit. I fuck with St. Paul and Minneapolis on me.
How many artists in Minnesota you think you've engineered for?
Over like probably like over like 300, 200. Okay, 300, I ain't even exaggerating, bro.
That's like, a lot too. Because you know they're coming back for multiple sessions.
Oh man, I didn't record it for everybody. Everybody that got a name. I started a lot of people's careers. Mm-hmm. That's the thing that the world need to know too. Mm-hmm. Like I started like damn near a lot of niggas' first studio session was with me. Right in my mama's living room. You know what I'm saying? They didn't, motherfuckers ain't know how to mix none of that shit. I was charging $25 a song back then. You don't think motherfuckers was coming? I was the only nigga in the neighborhood with a studio. You know what I'm saying? Unless you was gonna go to like a real studio and go pay $75 an hour or some shit like that. It was coming straight to me. I'm talking about everybody on me. Everybody. Like, I can go down a list of people that I started their career.
What's a few of them? Like just to name, unless you don't want to name them.
I'm gonna name a.
So like, because I mean, it's not like it's not so like a bad thing. Like someone had to start somewhere and get their first song.
Now look, listen, a lot like for real, a lot of artists is like, motherfuckers used to hoop back then. A lot of motherfuckers ain't had no clue what even the studio was unless they homie was talking about it or something. Wakalik. Okay. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Yeah.
He was a hooper. He wasn't on the music scene like that. He started doing music with Cam Smith. They was fucking around, but then they ended up coming to my crib. I ended up starting making beats for them, recording, all that shit. Started helping them put the records out, set up, you know what I'm saying? Set up their emails, all that little small shit. And then he started doing his thing, started doing videos, started doing features with everybody else, and started taking off. Kirk Frost. I don't know if y'all know who that is.
Familiar with the name. Like,
yeah. Shout out bro too. I started working with him, started basically like I put it like this. When I mean started, I mean like I helped brand they sound. You know what I'm saying? I helped curate they sound, whether I helped write some of the lyrics or whether I recorded and or like, you know, hey bro, say it like this or say it like this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like executive produce. Like I didn't like executive produced and started a lot of people's shit. Who else could I say? I ain't always say I started Dub J, but shout out Dub J though on gang. I definitely can say I helped bro career out. You know what I'm saying? Production wise and engineering and shit. Man, I can go down the line, gang.
It's very important to, I think, for engineers to like have that tagline too. So like a lot of people are just knowing like, damn, the song is good, and you know where it got engineered with, so you don't have to question it, and people can know where to get their work in. But speaking of just like a bunch of artists, what you work with, if you had to form like a dream team, like a starting five of artists in Minnesota to like start a label with, who would you choose right now?
Who would I choose right now?
Yeah, like your dream team starting five.
Upstairs. Shakedown. Stilo. Myself.
So, no, you can. So 6, including 5 plus you, because you
I ain't gonna include me then.
Okay, yeah.
Upstairs, Shakedown, Stilo the Juice God, Mello, which is Mello. If you don't know who that is, that's MB Huncho.
Okay,
on me. Shout out, bro. 1017 on me. Shit. The last one, shit. That was I don't know. I think I just have to go with 4, bro. Because 5 is like, it's like I need like 10. I need a 6 man and some more shit. You feel me? It ain't just the starting 5, because I got other motherfuckers that's cold that doing other things too. You know what I'm saying? So on me. But that, for the most part, those the first 4 though. On me.
But what makes like those ones stand out more than others? Like what do they do that's like
they drive? And we all from the trenches. Ain't none of us backpack rappers. Ain't none of us got spoon fed. Ain't none of us got a handout on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the same. We come from the trenches. Block babies on me. Just like that. That's why.
Besides those ones, who's like your biggest sleeper that is gonna surprise people when they start dropping or when they start really doing their shit?
I know Upstairs.
Yeah, but he got a Grammy and shit.
So what?
Okay,
just because he got a Grammy, though, that ain't
on a
nothing.
worldwide scale,
that ain't where he want to stop at. Bro want to make it to the top. You feel me?
He is gonna go. I was actually
like
some of his songs came on earlier today, and
he's super
that's
fire.
I remember seeing him at
my
the Red
blood cousin.
Oh, facts. Okay. I remember seeing him at the Red Sea and shit, and I met him. He had like a different name he went by back then.
He was going by Jay Bree.
Jay Bree. Yeah. That's what I remember.
Yeah. Shout out Jay Bree. Shout out Upstairs on the game, bro. That's my real rally, bro. Go crazy.
I mean, yeah, he seemed like a really nice guy too.
And he humbled as hell.
I mean, let's talk about the music you got coming. You said you got an album that's coming, right? And you want to start pushing your own music more in 2023. What you got going on?
Yeah, I'm pushing myself right now.
Talk your shit a little bit with that and what that.
So I got a 14-track album coming out. It's called Cathedral Hill, baby. Okay. It's basically I named it that because that's where I grew up at. If y'all don't know, Cathedral Hill homes, Selby dating apartments, whatever you want to call that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you from St. Paul, you know that's one of the real trenches out there. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Shit. Yeah, I feel like I'm finna just like the same energy that I've been putting into like all the other artists from Shakedown to Stilo to King lilmo, Zia. I'm about to put the same energy that I did with them into my shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I always felt like I was more than just an engineer. Like I actually got the sound. Like you feel me? Like no offense, but how you think everybody else got the sound? You feel me? I had to learn how to create my own self before I can help somebody create their self. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I got a 14-track album. It's getting distributed through Empire. I got a lot of shit going on for real. Yeah, my main focus for real is this year I'm finna do videos. I ain't did no videos like my own videos in like 5 years. Mm-hmm. No in particular reason why. I just feel like I ain't gonna lie, I just feel like some of the cameramans in the city be like too uptight or like they try to overprice on some shit that I can go pay $100 for. You know what I'm saying? That type of time. It ain't really more like, I mean, I guess it is me too though. Like I gotta start being picky with the videos. Like you feel me? I gotta just get out here and get a cameraman and get some material out so that way the world can not only just listen to what I got, they can obviously see what I got going on too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's one thing I've seen with a few artists that I know is where they've always done a little bit better when they find a cameraman that they can fuck with one-on-one and maybe even just buy them a nicer camera than the one they're working with and be like, yeah, you shoot videos for me for free and I'll put you on with clients. But man, that's when we work together. Started out, man. Shout out Deal Records, man. I don't know if y'all know who Deal is, but he was a cameraman that I used to be with like 24/7. We damn near had a whole crib together, started this shit together and shit. Bro was really shooting like everybody videos. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't know he shot Finito for Tarzan. That shit got 800,000 views. Yeah. Him and Dawson on me. Shout out Dawson too. Like I said, shit, I'm trying to take over the city. Not even just a city like the world. I'm trying to show the world that Minnesota really got talent. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And all different type of avenues. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't just the pop. I don't know why they just be thinking we pop here. You know what I'm saying? All that shit out the window. Like, we got real people from the struggle that, you know what I'm saying, that got a story to tell. You know what I'm saying? We just like the other cities, Chicago, New Orleans, all that shit. Yeah. It's just that sometimes I feel like we get overlooked. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm trying to be one of the ones to change that. Like, put a stamp on this shit. Year.
I really do feel it coming with all the people that are involved and have been putting work in the
shout out everybody that's doing their thing. Everybody in Minnesota. On me.
Speaking of Tarzan, you remember? I don't know if you see if you are familiar with Live on Lake Street and their interviews. Yeah. But they just had Vo on there and they were talking about a versus, and Vo said that he would do a versus with Tarzan if the money was right. What is your take on versus battles and those two doing one?
Man, listen, I was just talking to one of the man. I gotta take my hood off of this shit. I was just talking to one of the guys about this shit. I just told him that 5-6 years ago, before Vo went to the feds and before a lot of this shit was what it was, I hit up Vo. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of this shit started like with my lifestyle that I got going on was with the music between all this shit. So it's like, I hit up Vo and I'm like, bro, you should do a song on Tarzan. That shit have fucked the city up. You know, I hit up Tarzan like, shit, nigga, let's do it. Then, you know what I'm saying, long story short, can't really say too much on the shit, but shit went left. But for right now, shit, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like if they did that, that should've make like. Of course, everybody gonna have their speculations on the shit. They gonna have their little two cents to add. But more of the story, I feel like if they did that shit do good for the city though. That should've make motherfuckers. That should've open up the doors a little bit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That way, motherfuckers could start doing shows and you know what I'm saying. Like I was even thinking like shit. If they was the ones to do it, I would be the one to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Like engineer their collab.
I would be the one to do it. I literally talk to both these niggas on the daily. I ain't no nigga to fabricate my move. None of that. I'm from the trenches for real. I fucking anybody that's on the same page as me. If you want getting some money type shit, let's get some money. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say like I said, I see this shit happening. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's up to them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, shit. I know if I bring it to cause Vo attention, have bro come to the studio, knock out a record, send that shit to Tarzan, have bro come through him, feel me, come lay his vocals down. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like if they do the verses, they could do that song at the end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Surprise everybody with it.
Surprise everybody.
That shit would be crazy.
That shit fuck up the
city. Because you seen in the interview, I haven't watched the full thing yet, but there was a clip where like apparently Tarzan was like one of the first ones to call Vo when he got out of jail.
Oh yeah,
and was just like saying like we're grown now, we don't got to worry about like beefing with each other or whatever it may have been. So it seems like it might be a possibility that
I mean shit, like I said, shit, it's about the entourage for real. It ain't really. Sometimes it don't even really be the artist though.
Yeah,
it be like the shit that come with
the entourage and the people and the fans that would show up and see each other.
It's some motherfuckers, like I said, like niggas done die behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't no motherfuckers got beat up at the park. Yeah. Mom said go out there and fight. You feel me? After that we shake hands. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Shit. For real, this shit way bigger than that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My little cousin passed away behind all this stupid ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie. And if he was here right now, J-Dot, rest in peace, J-Dot. Oh God. If bro was here, man, we'll be already in a whole different situation, bro.
J-Dot's music was fire.
He was ahead of his time. You know what I'm saying? He was ahead of his time for real.
I mean, I wish I was a little more familiar with like their whole crew because I'm really close with Tori, who's part of like the NDO crew and whatnot, and I more recently got really close with them and like them being like doing music groups and stuff together like right around the time that he passed. So I wish I would have got to know J-Dot a little bit more.
But yeah, I seen y'all better, man. I appreciate that, gang. Y'all had played his music at the Whoop.
Yeah, we be playing his that Red Sky track. That one is definitely my favorite of his. And yeah, we try to play his shit at every event too, just out of the respect and out of like just because we do a lot of work with Tori and shit, and he got his own podcast here and whatnot.
For sure, yeah.
But yeah, is there anything else you'd like to add before we send this off? Any shout outs?
Shit, man. Shout outs.
Or who do you think would win the versus battle? You answer that, actually.
I mean, who will win the versus battle?
Yeah. I don't even really know if there's usually a winner or a loser, but who you think would
I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I fuck with Vo. I fuck with Tarzan.
I feel like I could go either way.
But I gotta go with Tarzan. Okay, just because it's like, bro, versatile as hell. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that Vo ain't versatile, don't get me wrong. But same time, it's like shit. Tarzan got it right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Do you think any engineer in Minnesota could go like a hit for hit battle with you?
Man, hell no. Nah, I take that back.
Feel like a versus battle with engineers?
Hey, no. For real. It's probably like, now like, I'm talking about like in the city. We ain't talking about like the bishops and shit. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm a nigga that get back to the streets. I fuck with motherfucker. I'll come back to a motherfucker, do a session for free. Ain't nothing bougie about me. Yeah. So I can't like, bro, obviously he'll probably win cause he doing real industry niggas like Akon and Nicki Minaj and shit like that. But like in the city though, man, I'm fucking niggas up. Okay. Like, shout out Joey Calloway. I shout out bro, JTC Beats.
I say, is there would you think JTC, or is there anyone that you think would be like the best matchup for you if anyone doing versus battles out there wants to do an engineer hit for hit battle? Maybe include YP Engineer, and like who do you think would be a good matchup? Even though you,
man, for real, I'm gonna give it to that nigga Jazz State too. Yeah, I gotta give it to bro.
Those are honestly the two I was thinking of like other big credible names that I know have worked with hundreds of people and whatnot. It's J State.
I can't forget. I should have said J State first on gang. Yep. Shout out J State too, bro. Always show me love in and outside the studio, in and outside the club on me, bro. Genuine as hell. He was my partner, boss man, like one of his close friends. He used to rock with all the time. But yeah, man, shit. Like I say, I want to shout out everybody that been rocking with me since day one. Shit, really, you know. Shit, on me. If you don't know, now you know. Shit, I got YP engineer on me.
Is it you that did the voice on the tag?
Yeah, hell yeah. Motherfuckers be thinking I got somebody else to do that shit. Why I go do that when I can get myself on? You feel me? On me.
There you go. Appreciate all y'all for tuning in to this interview. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with all your friends. Let everybody know. Make sure you follow YP. His Instagram is on the screen right now. If we can get it up there, it is.
You know what's going on.
I mean, go follow him. Chatting with us. Like, subscribe, share. Leave a comment. Just do it. It helps us get more views. And YP is about to be the first guest to sign the 2023 board. That's also pretty cool. And you can see that exclusively on our Instagram. So, peace out.